Joseph, you're straight back from WEG. Tell us about it.
It was certainly an experience to remember, but we got the right result at the end and we're qualified for Rio now, so that's fantastic. And I suppose everybody had a weak sort of phase over there, but at the end of the day that's what a team is for, and we all pull together and rally together, and it was wonderful teamwork and a great result for us in the end.
Talk through first of all your days there.
We arrived there early in the week on Monday, and the weather was very bad sort of all week, so it was difficult for the horses in the fact that we only had a couple of arenas to walk in and out of for sort of 3 to 4 days before our test, so the horses were getting a little bit bored, and the grass was so wet and the gallops that we couldn't use them, and so really the organisation and that side of things was poor over there, to be fair, but otherwise, the horses sort of went well. I was very happy with my test. The horse went really well in the dressage, and it was, Sarah Ennis had a wonderful result, and there was a lot of great performances, so it was good.
The cross country.
Yeah, the cross country was, to be honest, the course itself was lovely. There was a lot of people complaining, there was a lot of brush fences and there was a lot of that, but you're in France and Pierre Michelin designs the course and that's what he does, so you're going expecting that. But I suppose the disappointing thing about it was that they had no real contingency plan for wet weather, so it was getting very deep in front of the fences. The ground was very deep. It was it was tacky type of ground, so a lot of the horses didn't sort of operate on it, so it was the same for everyone. And the horses that got home and had a goodish run, they were sort of rubbing their hands and they were in the mix, but there was a lot that didn't, so I suppose for a championship that was a little bit disappointing.
But then you moved on the Sunday.
Yeah, I suppose Sunday was, after sort of a gloomy sort of a week and the weather bad and you're a little bit away, removed from everything else. And then we had a convoy for an hour and a half with the lorries after the trot up, which was an unusual sort of way to do it. But the minute you arrived in Con and seeing the atmosphere and the facilities, you were thinking, wow, this feels like a World Games now. All right, so that was everyone was complaining about having to go there, but when we got there it was fantastic. The stadium was amazing and the surfaces and the course, and what an atmosphere. It was just wonderful.
You're used to the pressure from the Olympics before. How did it compare?
There was serious pressure on Sunday because we all, we had a job to do, and that was our main goal was to qualify for Rio, and we had to be in the top 6 teams. And when you get into that sort of tight area and you have a job to do, and there's probably 45,000 people sitting in the stands, and you go down this long chute and go into this place and it's very lonely in there, so there was a lot of pressure, and luckily for me my horse is great under those circumstances, and he felt brilliant and he jumped a brilliant round. So, and in fair, all the Irish perform brilliantly. Everyone has different types of horses and they have different strengths. And for everyone to go and do so well, it was just great now.
Going to WEG, there was a very good Irish team going forward.
Yeah, we had fantastic support over there. A lot of people came to support us. I personally had a lot of my owners came for the trip. Jill and I organised tickets and got them there just to feel the experience, and hopefully one day, if they hadn't a horse this time, that they will in another time, and to give them a sort of an incentive to keep a horse in the country. So they had a fantastic time, and I must say the sponsors for Team Ireland, there's too many to mention, but we are really indebted to them for looking after us really, really well and kitting us out. And the Irish look really smart over there in WEG, and for the trot up, going into the show jumping, everything was, tip top, and, we really appreciate that. It was great to be going and feeling good and being able to perform,
How did everybody stay focused on Rio being the result?
To be honest, everybody are thinking personally about their own results, what they can do and what result they can get, and that adds up to the team then. I don't think there's anybody being honest, thinking about, what I'm doing or what Sarah's doing or what Sam is doing. We're all thinking about what we have to do ourselves, and then that just adds into the mix then. So, I think that is the best way to keep focused.
And just tell us now, obviously Rio is now on the horizon. What does it actually mean to you?
First of all, it means that now you can put the 2-year plan in place. You don't have to worry or feel that you're going to be asked to go to certain events that, takes you abroad for maybe a couple of weeks, or, putting the horse under pressure on the wrong type of ground. And, there's a lot of factors like that it's going to help us as riders. So, I personally now will get the season over and sort of make a plan and what horses I think might be sort of eligible to go, and sort of get a training routine and try and sort of make my own plans, and then hopefully with the support of HSI and the Olympic Council and Irish Sports Council, after this good result, we'll get a bit more support from them as well.